All right. I'd like to call this special meeting to order. As you know, we've had our last two commission meetings canceled because of snow. And the most important thing that we've had during these 2 months where the course has been shut down is just a rate agreement. The motion is on the table that we do $1 on all rounds across the board. That's for residents and non-residents. $1 for carts on 9 holes and $2 for carts on 18 holes. That one helps us offset the increase in costs in carts that we're going to have this year coming up, and hopefully gives us a little bit of money to put into the savings so we can fund the irrigation system next year. With that, I'd like to open it up for discussion.
Joe, I have one question. If we open up on, it appears we're not going to open up on March 15th unless somebody tells me different. So
Yep.
what would be the revenue that we may be losing if, like, for example, we would open on April 1st, so therefore we've lost, 15 days of revenue
Mhm.
that we
Yeah.
would have had in the past, and how are we going to make that up? And I thought we'd make it up by the increase here. In my own mind, I know the motion, but maybe we have to make it $2 across the board, and not just with the carts. So, does someone have that? We don't have a financial guy, Joe. So,
No, we don't have that, Tony. That's a very good point. Bobby, do you kind of want to take that or kind of respond? You're on mute, Bobby.
Oh, hi.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I'd just be, I don't have my sheet in front of me. I'd be totally guessing, but I'd have to, we typically do, um, I'd say it's probably a loss. If we don't open till April 1st, which is looking like we are going to that first week of April, unofficially is our target with what Joe wants to accomplish with aerating um, and obviously the melting and getting rid of, it's going to be a lot soggier this year. I'm guessing it's about $50,000 that we usually bring in March.
So it would potentially be a loss of 50,000, which,
Yeah.
yeah.
But still I mean, we can look back. We do have history um of opening.
Bobby, I was just looking at March of last year.
Yep.
I found the if I'm reading this correctly. Sounds like, did we open really early last year?
I believe we opened on the 12th last year.
I mean, it is $121,000, correct?
Yeah, that would be, again, keep in mind that is also a good chunk of that is ID renewal fees and also outing deposits. Um, but that is yeah, we'll do a decent amount of revenue with 'cause I think we hit every weekend last year too in March.
Yeah, it was about 1,200 round, yeah, 1,300 rounds on the Knolls and 640 on the Glen.
Yeah. Yeah. So there definitely will be some financial implications, but and I know it's part of a fiscal year. But from a calendar year, who's to say we're not going to go all the way to like have a really good November and December this year too? It usually offsets. But there will be, if we open in April, there will definitely be, we're going to be starting a little bit, we're going to be definitely down.
I just think we should take that into consideration. That's all. And I know that we
That's a
were
good point.
pretty even on the budget, Bobby. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, and I think, Tony, what we were kind of talking about was, we don't want to shock everybody with a $2 card increase and then a $2 hit per round. We can kind of gradually do it this year, and if we need to adjust next year, we can always go up a dollar or two where is needed. But you know, if people are coming out and they're all of a sudden seeing a $4 or $5 increase, we're going to get a lot more feedback than if it's a $3 increase. And quite frankly, you know, a $3 increase can cover our cost. And if we do sink below that 50,000, then we can always increase it next year to make it up.
Can I just ask, is the proposed increase also the Glen for $1 per round and $1 per cart?
Yes.
Okay.
So Tony, do you want to propose going $2 up or?
No, I'm not going to be the one. No, I want to make sure everybody knows that, you know, we're already at a even budget, and now we're running a business that could be be in the red, and because of the late, you know, we're not going to open up. The best everybody thinks is April 1st. So I and I personally, again, I think we got to make tough decisions. I think that's a tough decision, and to go with with $2, and I still think we would be very competitive. And unless you thought you could ever do it like at the 6 month mark, Bobby, I don't know. Can we do it gradually? Do $1 now, and in 6 months do another dollar. What do you think of that, Bobby? If we don't,
That would be a little tougher pill to swallow. If we're gonna do it, I'd rather just do it for the beginning, or
Sure.
or make some type of stipulation saying that depending on how this year goes with a late start and our numbers, we're gonna be looking, you know, it could possibly increase our rates. Have an additional assessment at the start of 2027, like kind of like Joe mentioned. We can always make up for it that way.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you make a good point, Tony. I mean, we really haven't had this situation in a long time.
No, we haven't, Bobby. I'm fully aware of that since I've been here. I've never even brought the question up because we never had this issue. We've
Yeah.
always been open up in, you know, I'll just say mid-March 15th, whether it's a few days earlier or so, we've always opened up around the same time. So we never had the problem. I never had to be concerned about a loss of revenue because of weather.
Right.
First time that I've been on the board.
Yeah,
You know?
no, it's a very real I mean, it's usually
Joel.
always on the 15th of March we're opening up.
You'd
Joel,
only be making it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay,
No, I was going to ask you, Joel, because you seem like you had those numbers in front of you. What are the rounds? What have been the rounds
Yeah.
of the last 5 years on the Knolls in March?
The 3-year average on the Knoll March was 1234. So you're only talking about $1,200, right? You're talking about a buck a round.
Yeah.
So you have $1,200 there. The Glen was 515. So I mean, so it's, you know, $1,700, about 1,000 rounds on the cart. So it's $2,000. You know, you're like, you know, probably less than $4,000 of additional fee, like
Revenues, yeah.
increase in fee income. So you'd have to do what, like, I'd have to look at the future months of what you would need to make up, you know. Bobby, any idea, like, on the membership fees, like dollar wise, what it was, you think, in the month of March?
I don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't answer that right now. I could pull
Okay.
that
Yeah, I couldn't
tomorrow.
find it in the notes either.
How many IDs we sold in March last
Yeah.
year versus. Yeah, it's
So-
it's usually a pretty hefty amount.
So you could almost say maybe the perception is more damaging than the loss of revenue in that case. I mean, what you didn't pick up, Joel, is how much would you also pick up with carts? But that's not going to be that's even if it's another $1,000. So if we
Right.
go from $1 to $2, just say this round number on the high side, we pick up an extra 5,000 to 6,000. but to really cover, like Bobby thinks, 50,000, it's minimal. We really would have to go up, almost like in a condominium association. Here's a special assessment of $5 a round. For you can't do that. Don't get me wrong, but that's the only way you're going to really make a difference. So maybe now when we think of it that way, Joe, the perception is more damaging than losing an additional $45,000 if that's the case. And I don't know that for sure, of course, but
Yeah, but
I want to just understand that. So
Yeah.
I leave it the way it is. It's fine.
Okay. All right. No, but I think that's a valid point. And, I think we can certainly say that we'll assess next year depending on how this season goes and how March opens up or doesn't open up, should we say. So
I'm fine.
with
I'm fine to close it out. Okay.
all right. With that, can I get a motion to approve or any other comments or questions? All right. With that, can I get a motion to approve the rate increase of $1 per round, $1 per carts, and then 2 on 18 holes for carts?
I'll make the motion, Joe.
Motion.
Yeah. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right.
Aye.
Any against? All right. Motion carries. With that, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Oh God, yes. There you go.
Might be the shortest meeting in history. Second.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you all in a few weeks, and hopefully we don't get snowed out in late March.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Have a good
Bye,
night, everybody.
Thank you.